A new Cold War is brewing after Trump's 10 days ultimatum to Russia to stop the war in Ukraine, which ends today, August 8. Few days ago, Russia and China started a large naval exercise in the Sea of Japan to hunt submarines and patrol the Pacific. This comes after Trump sent two America's powerful nuclear submarines, the Ohio-class submarine, near Russian territory, citing a post made by the former Russian president, Dmitry Medvedev, concerning the Trump's ultimatum, where he warns Trump not to follow the Sleepy Joe step, that the ultimatums issued by Trump, whether 50 days or 10 days, will draw Russia and US to a nuclear confrontation. So, my friends, you can clearly see the circle of violence or threats. No one is backing down. In fact, Trump is seriously targeting Russia's economy hard with tough sanctions and secondary sanctions. What do I mean by secondary sanctions? US and EU have sanctioned Russia's enterprises from doing business with them. Now, what Trump is doing is target other countries doing business with Russia, like India and China. Trump's administration told India and China to stop buying Russian oil because the two countries are top buyers of Russian oil and gas, China ranking first while India ranks second. But India refuses, saying their economy depends largely on Russian cheap oil and they would choose their citizens' well-being and economic stability first over White House double standards political games. Why did they use the word double standard? It is because US that are ranting that India should stop buying oil from Russia, that they are funding Russia's war effort, is currently buying critical minerals from Russia like the uranium and other various things. In fact, EU bought Russian oil worth $25 billion last year, and Ukraine allowed Russian oil to pass its country via pipeline and collected $800 million annually for that, up until the beginning of this year. So my friends, who is really funding Russia's war effort? All I can say is that India is right about US and EU double standard political games after India rejected Trump's warning to stop buying Russian oil or face increased tariff. Trump increased India's tariff to 50%, signaling a major shift in their relationship. Now coming to China. Unlike India, which poses as a neutral country in its foreign policies, China is Russia's ally. In fact, before the start of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine, China and Russia signed a no-limit partnership between them. This makes China openly support Russia's war effort economically and militarily. And Russia also openly supports China One China policy in Taiwan, which claims Taiwan as China's territory. And the two countries, Russia and China, recently sent a strong message to US and NATO after Trump deployed two nuclear submarines to pressure Russia. Beijing and Moscow launched a large naval drill, practicing the hunt of submarines and naval warfare. Although the two countries said the naval drills is not directed to any third countries, rather their annual joint naval drill, I will tell you it's no coincidence. Amid Russia's deadline that ends today being August 8, where we expect Washington's tougher and secondary sanctions on Russia, another deadline is fast approaching, which is US and China's tariff war break, which will expire on 12 August, with both sides failing to reach an agreement. We all remember last few months when US and China were on tariff war, where Trump requested China to come and make a new trade deal. China refused. US increased its tariff up until 245% on Chinese goods. In return, China imposed 125% tariff on US goods and banned the sales of several critical minerals to US. After a lot of blame games from both sides, the US backed down and shifted the deadline of the new trade talks with China to August 12, which they reduced the tariff to 30%, while China reduces theirs to 10%. The pause on the trade war will expire in few days, August 12. No new agreement has been agreed. I wonder what Trump will do when it expires. Will he overplay his hands like he did previously, or will he back down permanently? That's all I have for now. Follow me for more updates. Thanks.